You know, I don't see this enough, but I gotta say that this guy right here has gotta make my top 5 MCU villains. And this right here is a list of my favorite villains from the MCU. I mean, Killmonger is such a well written villain. I mean, he was so good in Black Panther. I mean, Thanos, I don't think I gotta say much more. It's Thanos. Green Goblin, this guy was a menace in the OG Spider Man movies, man. And then on top of that, in No Way Home, William Dafoe deserves an Oscar for that. And then I feel like this guy right here, Baron Zemo, has got to be a very underrated villain, you know? But we got to talk about how this guy right here is in the top 5 MCU villains for sure. Benjamin Poindexter, also known as Dex, has been a menace since he was a little kid. And as a child, Dex was on a minor league baseball team. And he was a pitcher that would be making strikeout after strikeout just because he was that damn good. But he was so good at baseball that his coach had to take him out of a game because he wanted other kids to get game time. And Dex was not happy about it. Yup, he was not happy. Dex ended up bouncing a baseball off of 2 walls and it nailed his coach in the back of the head. And that's when we realized that Dex is not a normal kid. He had the ability to basically turn anything into a weapon. He throws it at the right speed with perfect accuracy, and that's enough to kill somebody. And on top of that, he spent the rest of his childhood years going through therapy. And he ends up joining the army, and after that he joins the FBI. And let me introduce you to Julie right here. Dex had a crush on her when he worked at the suicide prevention hotline. And let's just say that Dex had negative riz when Julie finds out that he has been stalking her for the past 3 years or something. She gets pissed. And when the FBI takes custody of Wilson Fisk, Poindexter gets assigned to protecting him. And all that time, Wilson Fisk is basically slowly turning Dex into his personal assassin. And Kingpin turning Dex into his personal assassin puts him into the Daredevil suit to basically frame Daredevil for all the murders that Dex commits. And he goes on a killing spree in the New York Bulletin, and he drops one of the hardest lines that we've ever seen this brother drop. "Hello, Karen." I mean, this shit had me in awe. But you remember Julie from earlier when I talked about her? Yeah, so Kingpin had her killed off. And Dex was not happy. I mean, just look at this picture. He pulls up to Fisk's office in the Daredevil suit, and look who's right next to him. That's dead Julie. He brought her with him. And Dex crashes out at Fisk and Vanessa's wedding, bro. Let's just say he was not the best man. But he ends up getting his back blown up by Wilson Fisk. I mean, that's what you get for crashing Big Bro's party. And then he ends up going through spine surgery where they kind of just replace his entire spine with metal. But let me tell you, that's not the last we see of him. He pulls up again 8 years later. And he slimes Matt Murdock's best friend. He kills Foggy. And when Daredevil pulls up and he fights Bullseye, Dex just ends up killing random civilians in the middle of a fight. Like every time he gets a break from Matt beating him up, he just starts throwing pool balls, knives, forks, anything he can get his hands on random people at the bar. And this hallway fight scene between Daredevil and Bullseye is such a top tier fight scene. I mean, him literally just throwing knives into Matt while they're fighting. Oh my god. And when Matt realizes that Foggy dies, look what Dex does. He starts laughing in his face. Also, let me rewind a little bit. At the start of the bar fight scene, he sees Karen again, and he hits her with the same voice line. "Hello, Karen." Like, bro, so much aura. And when Foggy dies, Matt crashes out, and he throws Dex off of a building. This is now the second time he gets his back blown out. But it's still not the end of him. He pulls up to court after Foggy's death, and he has no remorse. And even then, he escapes prison. Look what he does. He dislodges his own tooth, and he spits it into a guard's eye. And this actually reminds me of a scene from the comics when he dislodges his own tooth and he kills someone with it. And it's still not the end of it all. He ends up pulling up to Mayor Fisk's function. He gets a sniper rifle. I mean, look what he did to that poor police officer right there. And he tries to kill Wilson Fisk, which is only foiled by Matt Murdock jumping in front of Fisk and taking the bullet for him. But in all seriousness, someone needs to put this man down. Somebody needs to deal with bro. He is a genuine super villain. He's a menace. Someone needs to slime bro already.